because now on is the constant asking, what is beyond? What will happen after my death? But still, we are my death. Me, always. But the question turns out to be, what happens after death for everyone? Meaning that you question life itself in its whole process of manifestation. Meaning, there's birth, development, growing physically, then getting age, and then dying. It is the whole thing which happens for the whole universe. So you are a copy, miniature of the universe. You follow the same scheme. From birth to death. And what after? Because the universe has also an after. But you don't know because you don't know about yourself. What happened after? And this question will remain in the mind as long as you are on the road of exploration, of meditation. More and more, the mind will get open. Open to what? Open to what you have not known so far. Open to the unknown. And what is unknown? What which is unknown is out of the field of what you have known now. I mean, you ask questions about the unknown. Yes, but what? So this is why we have to discard, not ignore, but discard all we have learned, we have known, in order to be able to go further. Because knowledge is really precious, but knowledge turns out to be a burden at a certain level of consciousness. And it makes some philosopher say knowledge is ignorance. It is another paradox that one has to solve. Knowledge is ignorance on another level of consciousness. Because if you are wearing always this luggage of knowledge, you cannot go further. It is like, I give an image very well known. You are traveling, then you have to take a boat to cross a river. You cross the river has been crossed. Are you going to wear this boat on your back because you plan to climb a mountain? Will you take the boat on your back? Certainly not. But what we are doing this. We're carrying the boat all the way through, trying to climb the mountain. At a certain time, we have to walk, we have to cross the river, and we have to walk and climb the mountain, and we have to have this quality of non-attachment. We have it, we got it, okay, leave it. We get it, we got it, leave it. It is the lesson when we drop things, when we meditate. Things pops up in the mind. If it is, sometimes it is so beautiful that people get stuck in it. Say, oh, it is so beautiful, right? Back to this. And I came to know a gentleman, not very intellectual, but absolutely sincere. He asked me, he said, when I meditate, a field of roses appears in my mind. What should I do? I said, it is very good, keep it. Because he cannot go further. I cannot tell him, drop the thing and stop conceptualization. It doesn't help him. So sometimes you have to you say something differently to different people. So please do not repeat that Kim-Dieu said that, Kim-Dieu said that. No, forget about it. Just understand at the spot, this is the most important. And then for this, don't recall whatever. Except that when you ask questions, of course you have to recall things, otherwise it does not work. So then, for this gentleman, it is a kind of fruit, a consequence of his effort to meditate. Sometimes it is so beautiful that you said, well, I will keep this in my mind. Why should I leave it? I think that things beyond are always more beautiful. Because beauty, nobody knows about it. We want to enjoy what we call beauty. We go to musea, we watch nature and say, oh, what a beautiful thing, I feel happy, etc. But what is beauty? Beauty has its origin in the divine. One of the quotes in the Bhagavad Gita, which will help us to understand what is really beauty, the beauty of everything, of poetry, subtleties of our feelings. This is because the beauty we cannot appreciate when we have a very rude and very gross mind. So, oh, very beautiful. This is the painting. Okay. There are big names, and then you have some time to follow the stream. The mainstream is very good, but you don't understand really what is behind the painting. This is the case of Cubism at the beginning, right? But 100 years later, okay. Now then, I will quote this. It is in the Bhagavad Gita. You know, in the Bhagavad Gita, it is a monument for instruction, spiritually speaking. Bhagavad Gita is the condensed resume of Mahabharata. It is a big piece of epopee. I don't know whether it is the English word, but it is resumed in a summary, and in this in a very inspiring way, you can see the dialogue between the disciple. Disciple means the one who wants to learn. Disciplined disciple wants to learn. And the instructor, the teacher, then the disciple is represented by Arjuna. Arjuna is really the best figure of someone who wants to learn, and meaning who is humble. Never he would claim, as all the characters of Mahabharata, they have a kind of side of pride somewhere. Huh? And don't talk about Duryodhana, it is really a case. But Arjuna is the example of this disciple by excellence. And Krishna is example by excellence for the teacher. So Arjuna asks Krishna in a kind of dialogue, but who are you? I adore you, I revere you, but who are you? And it is really a very, I would say, for the whole world, you will not exchange for the comprehension of this chapter. Krishna answered phrase by phrase, and he said, I am the thunderbolt, very powerful, I am the soul of the teacher. The soul of the teacher. I mean, that we have been taught to be honest. Now, the instructor are excellent, say, I am also the soul of the teacher. Meaning you are in the lotto. You are not so virtuous that you are different from the cheater. You know? When you gamble, there is a cheater always. This is Shakuna. Throw and he wins every time because he is a teacher, excellent teacher. So then, out of the series of answers, Arjuna insisted, but who are you? Who are you? Krishna said, I am the splendor of splendid things. The splendor of splendid things. Here you are in the core, the essence of beauty, because you appreciate beautiful pieces, splendid things, of course, but have you got to the core of this, the splendor of splendid things? It is also so subtle. I would not call it beautiful because it takes out our old concept of beauty or things, and you come to the core of things. So far you have admired splendid things, but you don't know the essence of this. It is the splendor of splendid things. You got it? It means that the mind has been led to meet with something so subtle that it is transformed on the way. It lost its own rudeness, grossness, etc., and coming to the essence of things. And coming to the contact of this, you cannot keep the same view when you look at splendid things. Once is enough. You know that, and it recalls, make you recall to this. You see a splendid thing. So it is so splendid. Mona Lisa is splendid. You should see it once in your lifetime. Okay? But then now I look at Mona Lisa with a different view. What is the essence of it? And in fact, when you feel it, it ceases to be neither a sentiment or a feeling. It is a fusion of something which you call yourself with the splendor of this splendor. Meaning that real art, when you discover the beauty of real art, it is so uplifting that you forget yourself. So a beautiful piece cannot do it. You look at it, you enjoy it. It is the feeling to enjoy a beautiful thing. But when you look at it and you are completely fusion in it, in something, then it is uplifting. This is the role of real art. And it is divine. It is the same for music. No? I am talking about painting, etc., but music, it's the same. You can feel at once the soul of the composer. In what state of consciousness, what state of mind he composed the thing, and the state of mind the musician playing it, because it has two levels. You have a beautiful piece of thing, but if the musician cannot render it at the origin of it, you cannot see it really. And something, when it touches you in the core of your soul, then there is some transformation of yourself, meaning that there are more things on earth than what you can imagine. Shakespeare has expressed it beautifully in just one sentence. I'm not going to cite, I'm not a very literary person. But you can see, you can imagine many things on earth and in heaven. There are so many things more that you could feel, you could realize. So the purposes of meditation changes at any time that you grow. You grow, you change the purpose. And at the end, this question remains. What is beyond? Because there is always a beyond. This is why I propose this very short sentence in the program there. I propose it. Always on the move. Don't stop. Whatever you do, don't stop. In meditation, just follow the thing. Watch and go further. Don't say, I want to go, because it is the will coming into the picture. It does not work. Just watch it and don't miss when it is growing naturally itself, follow the thing. It is always on the go. And in Mahayana Buddhism, there is a kind of, not prayer, but a mantra. After the Maha Prajna Paramita, it is ended with a very short mantra, saying Gate Gate, go beyond. Paragate, go still beyond. Parasamgate, go up to the end. Bodhisvaha, go to the end. The Bodhi is the realization of the Buddhahood, meaning freedom, liberation of the soul in matter, and so be it. It is like Amen in the Catholicism, in Christianity. So, Gate Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisvaha. Go further, go up to the end, and so be it. Okay. So it is always a move. Don't say that I have practiced so many years of meditation. I realize this. Well, you said you have stopped yourself. Watch over, and then it is very funny that consciousness is always in movement. You cannot know how old you are. A French humanist, when he is asked, "How old are you? What is your age?" His answer is, "I can't tell you because it changes all the time." Every second you have another age. So what should you say? Always on the move, meaning watching the consciousness, always on the move, and you are moving with it. Don't stop it. When you give a definition for good, you stop the evolution of consciousness somewhere. Okay? It is that? Propose 5 minutes of pause to give some oxygen to the brain. Do you agree? Okay. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay.